And so I'm James Haft. I'm the founder of PALcapital and also the Chief Strategy Officer of Element, which is a publicly listed company investing in distributed ledger technology. So I've solved for liquidity by using public markets to create access to a fund that has all distributed ledger technologies. So I'm here with Brian Collins, who's my friend and CEO of a company that we've invested in, which has exchange technology that we thought would be interesting to talk today. What happened in the markets last year in terms of exchanges, what's happening now, and how do we actually get to liquidity, which is more of an issue than technology in the markets for crypto today. So Brian?
Thanks, James. So we take the approach that everything in this space has to be evolved, in effect. Liquidity is really what we're all after, so we can invest in these interesting companies in the blockchain space in particular, which is where we're involved in. But what we really want to be able to do is invite primary investors, the first people through the door, usually when they're individuals, invest in interesting companies, but allow them to have an exit. What we're seeing is a lot of ICOs and STOs and so on going into fairly illiquid states afterwards. And the key really that we found is liquidity is driven, in effect, unfortunately, to some extent today, by regulation. So investor protections, especially in the United States, where we predominantly work, they're the most liquid markets at the moment. For digital assets, the United States really is governed that if you issue a token, it's a security. You can argue, you can try, you can do all these things you want to do, but in the end, under the SEC regulation, it's a security. So in order for it to be liquid, it needs to be able to trade on a regulated marketplace. So today, the main regulated marketplaces for equities would be Nasdaq, NYSE, and we built a technology that we're licensing to United States regulated entities that allows you to trade digital securities and allow liquidity to appear for secondary trading investors. So the idea really is to take rather illiquid stocks, either from OTC markets or brand new companies, like the companies we're all hearing from here in Davos. When those CEOs raise funds and then we want to make exits, we want to make sure that our technology allows you to trade in a fair marketplace, no wash trading, proper identification with fiat currency flowing in and out, regulatory approved. And that's where we believe the first stage of this environment really lives, is to give people the possibility for liquidity exits. That's really what we're after in our technology stack.
So last year, what changes happened that were positive in the marketplace for exchanges?
Well, for us, the key change was the engagement with the SEC. They were very, very forward, very, very engaging with us. We've spoken to them at length on the technology and how compliance actually works. You don't have to give away every single piece of information about yourself to actually do a piece of KYC or a little piece of anti-money laundering verification to make sure that you're not putting the CEO of the company at risk. And one of the major points that most people who belie the whole construct of AML is the fact that as the CEO, I was the CEO of a Nasdaq listed company myself, if I don't AML my investors, I'm the one who gets to wear the handcuffs. It's not the bad actor who's sitting in some foreign country, it's actually me, the CEO, who left him on. Not my advisors, not anything else. So I come from this as a problem solver as well as being an issuer in a traditional marketplace. And I'm dealing on a regulatory side and being able to generate liquidity in real securities for people in real businesses, which is effectively the digitization of common stock. That's where 2019 for me, James, was the biggest change, in that the SEC and FINRA are really stepping into this space saying, look, it's a good place if we can get good actors in here who are going to list real companies, who will have financial disclosures, because we all want to know how a company is doing. The best example I give you is Snapchat. Snapchat put out some numbers, drove their stock nice and high. That's a good thing to do. Snapchat is a fun millennial app. It attracts millennial investors, millennial traders, and it's a really good thing to do. So the next app, the next blockchain app, with really nice products that we've seen here today, they could list on our exchange based on using our exchange technology and have the same type of liquidity as Snapchat and all these other systems. Because we can bring regulatory compliance to that CEO so that they can list his securities. So for us, the biggest change in 2019 was really the change in approach that the SEC will go after everybody who did an unregistered securities offering. They will, they're just going to. But those CEOs who want to do offerings now pursuant to Regulation D especially, and trade liquidly in 2020 and beyond, I think they need to use common sense and some sophisticated technology. But the other side of my head, if you like, is the nerd side. I'm an Ethereum guy, so we run an Ethereum development shop in Ireland. You can probably tell from my accent, I'm not really local. So we run Ethereum dev there, and we license our products to various regulated exchanges around the world. Depends on the regulatory environment, with fiat on-ramp and off-ramp. So there's no Bitcoin in these ecosystems. The regulators are simply not ready for true commodity cryptocurrencies just yet. They prefer fiat in, fiat out, and then you trade liquidly on our smartphone app. That's really what they're after. So I feel that's the first phase for liquidity, I think, in 2020.
So when I historically I was an investment recovering. I'm now a recovering investment banker. Previously, I used to work with international companies coming to the States to access the U.S. markets. It really was the rule that you had to comply with the U.S. laws, otherwise you weren't going to do a deal because you needed access to U.S. capital and to the U.S. liquidity in order to be successful in your placement. Is that still true? Is that
No, you know, the model that America has right now, love it or loathe it, it doesn't really matter. The SEC has had an environment of 80 or 90 years of investor protections, and it created NYSE and Nasdaq, the most liquid stock exchanges on the planet. So their model might be archaic, it might be annoying, it might be old-fashioned and all those other things, but it does offer investor protection. So therefore the CEO, if he lies, he goes to jail. If the COO puts wrong numbers out there, the CFO manipulates bank accounts, all of those things protect investors. And that's really what this regulatory environment is about. And we still need that level of information as investors. We need to know that we've invested $5,000 that we earned, and that CEO is putting it to work, and 2-3 years later he puts out a financial report that says what he has done with that money. He's created a test net, he's made a main net, he's invested in buildings, whatever you're tokenizing this week. We'll allow him to do all those things as long as he makes those disclosures. Therefore, your investors are informed to either trade, buy, sell, short, something like that.
So if we're waiting for the SEC in the US in order to get to this nirvana of institutional participation in the markets, what's going to change this year?
I think we'll see the first SEC blessing this year, and I then see at least 3 other regulated participants globally take on digital securities. Really, for all of us in the room, it's a really exciting time. You can now tokenize common stock and trade it on a national exchange pursuant to normal regulatory environment. So if it's Australian dollars, Singapore dollars, Swiss francs, US dollars, we just launched a bond token exchange in Brazil. The regulator was the first one through. So those environments for 2020 are going to change. We're going to see 5 or 6 primary investors, first-time investors, get more liquidity in the marketplace in 20 and 21. So that's where we feel the next level is coming. And these securities, once the company has a CEO who will tell his shareholders what he's doing with their money, then he can list on an exchange. It's as simple as that. If you're going to sit there and take in $1.7 billion of Telegram and not tell anybody what you're doing with the money, you won't be allowed to list on a regulated exchange. You can list on unregulated exchanges, that's up to everybody else to pay with Tether and so on, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to list in a regulated space, then you need to make disclosures, simple as that.
And so, is the issue no longer technology? Are we at the point where the technology is, the 90% solid, so it's usable, or we're just waiting for regulators?
The technology on the Ethereum level, from our point of view, is good enough for where we need it to be today. So right now, if you look at the transaction numbers on OTC markets in America, it runs around 10,500 securities are listed on that stock exchange, and it runs at around 6 transactions per second. That's pretty much what it does. Ethereum runs faster than that, depending on types of transaction, how much gas you're using, and so on. But typically, it runs at 4 or 5 times that speed. So the technology is there, it's enough, but it does need to scale up. So as soon as we start seeing high-frequency algo trading, OTC desks, all those things coming onto the Ethereum blockchain, you're going to need performance. Technology has solved the front running. Technology has solved wash trading. Technology can solve all of these ills that beset us on certain exchanges that are unregulated at the moment. And I think it has solved an awful lot of those problems. There will be more. There will be people who try and beat the system, so to speak. But as technologists, we're all here in the room, we will look to solve those problems in a regulatory aligned way and make sure people will invest in these great businesses and allow them to flourish, because capital going to the right people is really what we all want. So we want to be able to invest in good companies and drive value for everybody, whether it's a social impact project that you're interested in, whether it's a blockchain project, or indeed it's a gold mining project. It doesn't really matter as long as it can be done in a disclosed fashion.
The issue of liquidity, because having an exchange is almost meaningless if you don't have liquidity.
Absolutely, and I say it unfortunately from almost an embarrassed silence. Liquidity comes from the CEO. Anyone who tells you otherwise is crazy. Liquidity comes from the CEO. If he's running a good business, or she is running a good business, and they put out a good quarterly number, tell you about customer wins, tell you about this, tell you about that. If the CEO isn't telling you about his company, you're not going to generate liquidity. An exchange is a venue. It's merely a venue. It's where you go to buy and sell. It doesn't force you to buy and sell. So what you really want to do is want to buy and sell. And the best example is something like Robinhood. People go in and go long all the time Robinhood stock. They just buy stock on the Robinhood app in America and hold it because they trade Snap. They buy Snap because they like Snap. They like Tesla because of what it does for the environment. They buy some Tesla, half a Tesla, it doesn't really matter. They just buy it because they like it, and they can do it. And they have some news, Tesla sells more cars than BMW, or whatever that news might be, suddenly everyone wants to buy Tesla. So what's the difference between any of the companies we heard here today when their CEOs come back and tell us all in a year's time, yes, we raised our primary funding, yes, we hit our targets, and yes, you know what we've done, we've got major wins this year, and our stock is now trading in such and such. You think, that's an interesting stock. I could pull out my phone, buy into that stock. Or he says something really dumb, like we love burning up loads of coal and and you think, you know what, I don't like companies like this anymore. Then you tap your app and you sell this stock. So it's really down to the information that comes. So the trading venue is important, it needs to be regulated to protect investors, but ultimately it's about the business that we're trying to grow, whether it's a company, whether it's an athlete, whether it could be anything. It doesn't really matter what you're investing in, it's that enterprise that you're investing in. It's not some exchange that it's held on. It really doesn't matter. It's not a speculative venture.
You created a platform at Horizon Globex, which has a really interesting stack of capabilities where you brought all the different elements that you need to be successful marketing. Technology, from KYC all the way through trading, how you treat the experience and why that's important to be successful as an exchange.
For us, the technology stack had to address two core elements. One is frictionless onboarding. We need to make it easy for all of us to go and buy a share. So frictionless onboarding is really important. And the next most important thing is custody. Because I can't look at the SEC in the eye and say, if you lose your phone or if you lose your private key, your securities are lost. Tough. The SEC just marked me out of their room and say, you're out of your mind. This is a legitimate investor. He gave you his money. He happened to lose your certificate in their view. Just replace his certificate, just like a transfer agent would do in North America right now. So we have to build custodian type solutions for transfer agents. So we work with the transfer agents, we work with the same paradigms. Doesn't mean we follow exactly how everything works. We do disintermediate an awful lot of the people in this value chain, but we also have a mechanism on our technology stack that allows on a full stack level, from onboarding on a frictionless basis, all the way to the secondary trading liquidity exit out to fiat. So you have to have, in our view at least, you have to build all that tech. You have to invest, as we have done, you have to invest in building the entire stack. Outsourcing it for a cheap KYC check in some foreign country, it doesn't fly, it doesn't work. KYC and AML is not about your photograph today, it's about whether you appear on a list in a month's time. Because the CEO is still on the hook. If you appear on the list in a month's time as a money launderer, I need to know that you've appeared on that list. I need to get you off my shareholder register. That's my job, I need to know that information. So these systems, these technologies need to understand what the regulators want and how we can protect the CEOs and allow them to do their business while our technology in the background just keeps them safe and keeps the investors protected.
Any questions? Okay, so I think it's time to eat. Thank you, Brian, so much for being here, and thank you, EmTech.
Thank you very much.